that's not fair at all.
I'm sorry. We don't give a fuck.
I know over 200 ways to kill a man.
You could glue an open jar of rats to his face, then blowtorch the other side of the jar, so the rats have to eat their way out through his face.
201.
Hey, DJ Cora here. Have you ever... Wait! What the fuck is this shit on the radio? Let me change that. Yeah, it's much, much better now.
Who's the toughest person you know?
Raven,
Who's the toughest man person you know?
you're the toughest man person I know.
Booyah!
You really are the most devious bastard in New York City.
Gary thinks we should keep up with the crawl because they know what we're doing, but they don't know that we know what they're doing. And basically, no one else has a better idea. So fuck it.
Okay. Oh, I hit him. When I have to try and edit. Also, because my chair's gone, the camera's a bit lower because the chair isn't as tall, which is going to be fun. So yeah, let's see what's inside the minds. Or let's do something horrible and hope it doesn't go bad. So yeah, I found this and I was like, okay, this is coming. This is going to be an insane idea. But I was like, do you know what? Let's do this. And I watched it because I was like, okay, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be cool. Let's see where they take it. Because the whole idea seems insane. Mostly because the whole idea is probably insane. And I was like, okay. At first, I'm not going to joke. I thought it was going to be like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to switch all your bodies and this is a fully science experiment. And like, if it doesn't go well, you could be stuck in that body. I hope it doesn't. Whee! And then it's figuring out how to go back to your body without telling other people that about who you really are, of sorts. I don't know. But because of that, it wasn't. And the one thing I like, and I am going to bring it up later, is the whole thing is about narratives, and I love that. Yeah, you'll understand why I say that in a bit, but I absolutely love the whole idea of it. It's so fun, it's so cool, and it's so overall just insane. Again, it's just amazing. And I just absolutely 100% think it's so cool because of that. Excuse me. I like the acting because as you can tell with this, it's all about body swapping. That's the whole thing with this. It's a body swap sort of story. And you can tell if it's a body swap story that there'll be different people, besides if you animate it. And not even then you would still need to do it. You would sort of like animate, you would sort of act as one person and then act as another person. So you could sort of be like, oh, okay. Like, if I act in this way, I will sort of do this and that. But if I'm this person, I'll have to act this way. So the fact that you get all these people acting in different roles, I think is absolutely a fun, cool idea. So yeah. So the one thing I like about Battlefront 321 is it later is revealed that the whole thing is built with sort of unreliable narrators and people who will sort of go at each other's throat, because they have to live as each other and try and figure out, because after a while, Battlefront 321, two of them die in the wrong bodies. And it's about like, oh, I died. Like, technically, I am dead. Technically, that is me. The identity known as, excuse me again, is me, is dead, bare, on the floor. And it's trying to figure out, okay, what do we do next? Because there has to be a solution. Who's going to live as who, what's going to happen? And that idea is terrifying. Definitely after all the horrible things, including one person confessing to a murder that wasn't even a murder. Maybe it could have been a murder. I wouldn't be surprised if it might have been a murder. Probably. I don't know. It's again, and throughout the whole thing, I'm being like, yeah, this is why you don't do this. This is why this is a bad idea. This is why this is horrible. So, yeah, it is absolutely like, what the fuck is going on? And I love 1.54321, one of them lies who they are. And it's one of the reasons we're like, this is why you don't do this. It goes crazy. But again, it's 100% entertaining and 100% worth to watch. So yeah, like I keep saying, it is amazing. It is a hell of a time. And it gets really, definitely near the end. It is definitely one that I would 100% recommend for you to watch. So I hope you enjoyed, and good night.
It's been a long time since I killed a Jedi. Your lightsaber blade is fresh!
So I need to keep my computer off. I turned it off because I didn't need to do any editing or transferring. And I'm only doing this today because I forgot to do it yesterday because my computer keeps up. And you can tell between the last videos that it kept up, but I can't do anything, so I'm just going to record this and then record the yeah. Through all your battles and all my rhymes, you have failed and perished 636 times. I think it's pretty decent. So this is a whole around weird episode. Again. Actually, no, did I do the 25th already? Because if that's the case. No, I did the 25th.
How many wires?
3 wires, 1 red, 2 white.
What? Hold on.
1 red and 2 white, bruh.
What color is the red wire?
It's red!
Oh!
Well done, pretty girl. You have proven yourself worthy. Hey, you're that douchebag that threw my cards away.
As so it may seem, but in actual fact, it's f***ing Mimi!
Oh, alright. Please, be our king and represent us in the school duel. I accept being your king. And as my first decree, I demand more rock salt.
Ah, f***ing hell!
Cara is back! What's the difference between Gordon Ramsay and Drake? Gordon Ramsay always had a soft spot for children. Drake has a hard one. Ooh.
Lady, hear me tonight, 'cause my feeling.
Non-stop Pop FM with DJ Cara. Guys, as you know, I really love dark humor. It's like a kid with cancer. It never gets old.
Lady.
Dang it!
God!
Shit! No, bitch! Shit! No! Damn it! Fucking God! Fuck! Stupid!
The Tower. Oh, sorry. Wrong series. The Boy. So besides that being a really bad, stupid reason to reference Agatha all along for some stupid reason, besides both series have something connected to a tower, or something watching too much Agatha all along, sue me. I love the series, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about The Boy and the Heron. So, like with a couple of them, and you might see a pattern, but I keep doing it. I originally was like, because I don't usually go for Oscar films. And this got an Oscar for, I think, something? Let me just double check. And I was like, okay, I'm going to check it out, because this is by, I think, why am I always bad with names? But first. So that's why I wanted to watch it. yeah, it's Miyazaki's last film. And I've watched a couple of his films before and absolutely find them really interesting. But best animated features, which is interesting. So I wanted to check it out, see what it's like, and overall see if it's good, bad, or I don't know, anything in between. Yes, I'm showing here, but don't worry about it. But yeah, that's just the build up to why I watched this. This is the reason. Here you go. There's why I watched it. But the one other thing which is important is throughout me watching this, a lot of it looked really fun. I'm like, because this came out, as you can probably tell, me referencing the Oscars. Wait, no, this came out last year. Shoot, I forgot. I thought it came out like 2 years ago. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, because it came out 2023. But I forgot to watch it. It came onto Netflix, so time to watch it. You can actually see there it's recently added in the background. Because this is actually just a screenshot from Netflix. This is how I could use my backgrounds. This is green screen. There's no way that you could have told that. It's not like this sometimes gets a little bit iffy. And you can see the background if I do stuff correctly. But that's beside the point. I'm just rambling. But this is really interesting. And how it's all built up is so fun, so exciting. In this sort of like magical, mystical way of like, here's this and here's that and let's go here. And I dropped a bottle cap. It's fun and insane. And I love it for it. And this has, not specifically the way that Alice wanted that, but this has sort of a sense where it's like, the more you learn about it, and the more you learn like, oh, this means this, and this means this, and this does this, the more it feels like this is a breathing world. And it's really interesting. Like, some of the stuff is fun, it's insane, it's magical in this like fantasy way. And when you learn like who's making this, which is 54321, I think, if I'm correct, his grandfather, and how it all ends, it's sad because that world's gone. But it is so interesting, so creative. I just want to watch more of it. That's the one sad thing about it. It's so good that I want more. Again, it's just fun, elaborate, and just overall just absolutely amazing to watch. So yeah. Again, the reason why I kept this up is because it's near 17 and I just wanted to move it to 17. Anyway. Like I kept saying, conclusion, it is amazing and 100% worth to watch. So I hope you enjoyed and good night.
Alright, I think it's about time we talked about this. Can we talk about how Tony Stark has been done so dirty in the What If series? Episode 3, dead. Episode 5, double dead. Oh, and episode 6, dead. And episode 8, you guessed it. And then in the finale, we had this glorious moment.
Gamora, survivor of Sakaar and destroyer of Thanos. And the one who's about to kick your moon-shaped ugly mug? Not you, Stark.
Like, if you're a Tony fan, like, how are you feeling?
This is nearly dead. Also, is the sound working? Sound good? Okay, no. Play. I'm just carrying on anyway. So I'm just gonna see if that's good. It's on mute. That's stupid. Oh, that is just so sick, that fight scene. I'm feeling like just him single-handedly just taking out an entire group. I'm like, the fuck? So yeah, I did double check because some of the names, I don't remember things by names rather than like what happens in the thing. So I double checked with the name, and this is the episode because I remembered the episode, but not by the name. I didn't know it was called Forge of Creation. where you have the past Ben and future Ben, and this is sort of this kicking point off for when they go and Kevin 11 comes back and they do the whole thing, and that's really fun. And I like it because, one, they bring back the younger Ben to like have that contradiction to like where he is now to where he was, and the constant hesitation with the younger Ben with Kevin, because currently in the younger Ben's time perspective, Kevin's still evil. Kevin turns into evil, and then they have to say that, and it's really interesting. And I like how the later episodes definitely where they have repercussions because of this. And
the word meat is offensive to the trillions of vegans around.
Meat.
Meat.
Meat. Meat. Meat.
Hey guys, did you guys know that clowns make like $44K a year? Damn. And Sonic does it for free. Well, Maria died for free. Keep my name out your fucking mouth!
You can't handle the uber instincts of my uber autism. Observe.
Google, stop showing me sex ads. I know there are desperate sluts in the area. I have a mirror.
So yeah, a smaller one for this one because it's late. It's like nearly 1, and I would like to go to bed because it's a late night. I just went to work. So short one, The Zodiac. This is sort of unlike the TV series. They do comment on that. It's another documentary on the Zodiac, what happened, and looking into more of the details as they sort of unfold and learn more about what happened with the Zodiac, which I absolutely love, them being like, this happened and then this happened, learning like how each person played into the bigger picture is really interesting, and learning more about what it meant, how all of the pieces fit together in this puzzle is really interesting, and I absolutely love that. Also, the speculation I also love of who the Zodiac was.
For your Bridgerton name, you need Lord or Lady, your middle name, the last drink that you drank, and add ton at the end, of, and then the first part of your street name, and then add Shire.
Hey, if you can sing or if you can't sing, repeat after
I
me.
can't.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to shut up. So all you're going to want to do is just... Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if this helped you, and send this to a friend who needs this tutorial.
I'm going to tear that other eye out of your face.
Fuck you, old bitch! Ooh. Wait, who are the beasts?
Try it, bitch.
These holes really lost some of their sparkle without your lively presence.
Extermination of human souls. Demon or not, there is no reason to be doing this.
You have a giant X over your eye and wield an angelic spear. It's not rocket science.
Just get your ass here now! Damn it, Valentine!
What up, hoes?
Oh, Charlie, you look an absolute mess.
If you're filming a commercial, can I suggest you take better advantage of the talented celebrity you have right here?
Are you fucking high?
I don't want to live without my minions. Nobody catch me.
Presenting the magic-tastical back-flipping rubber duck!
Again, here I go, Valentino. Just another fucking day with Val. Hey, fuck my life.
You're gorgeous. Do you need a job? How many dicks can you suck?
That's the one thing I need to learn, moving around things. So hello. Yeah, that's on casual, but that is a good indicator. Normal.
Did somebody say waffles?
No.
I have brain damage.
There's no such thing as ghosts. Never mind, ghosts are real. So yeah, this is the American. I did rewatch BBC Ghosts, and I have been watching BBC Ghosts for a while. I don't know how many I've done review-wise. So this might be weird, but this might be not. But I wanted to review this one first, even if I didn't review UK Buzz. But I've already watched BBC. That's what I'm getting at here with this. And overall, I love it. I think it's really interesting and really exciting of what it is. I don't know why. I just love it. I think it's entertaining. It's just fun to watch. I 100%. It's just fun. There are a couple of moments I would like to point out. So, the one thing which I like, and someone's already pointed this out, but I agree with this, and I find this really interesting. In the UK one, the sort of, like, person who can, like, move objects, which in the UK is a failed politician, in the US is someone who was sort of like Wolf of Wall Street type character. And if you see the UK 54321 deliberately pushes her off, being like, oh, she's gone. And this politician being like, what counts as a push? And I was like, jeez, okay, we're going to that level, I see. I'm a level of what the fuck? Also, I just realized something. But the US one, the whole thing fails like it did in the UK. But it's like, you know what? I'm going to try again. This means nothing. But I'm going to try again with the love of everything. I am going to push this off its ledge. If it's the last thing I do. And then all of a sudden, push off. Yeah, we do it. Yeah, we do it. Oh, wait, she's coming. She can't see this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Watch out. And then she falls. UK, a murderer. US, legitimately an accident. Because they tried to warn her, but at that point she couldn't see ghosts. And I love it. There's certain parallels with the two characters, like war veteran from two specific very historic wars with certain leanings. In both season 1, they kind of lean to like them not knowing. I don't think they reveal it until like season 2. I don't think. At least not on a big scale. You have the oldest one being a Viking and a caveman. You have the two sort of old, more old-fashioned ladies in a sort of like old-fashioned style dress. And then I think that's where it roughly ends, because you have a couple others which I find is interesting, and a couple of powers work. But the US ghosts have, I don't think of this, I think there's only one case with this one. But they kind of see how the powers work. And some ghosts come in and then come out. Like, this is the first time you see it, but you have the attic girl who has another episode just come in and then leaves. The excuse is, oh, she's just been sleeping. Which I'm like, I'm fine with just the idea of like, yeah, she's just been sleeping in the attic. We just don't do anything about it. And it's really, really interesting to think about. But yeah, overall, I do think it's really interesting and how they interact with the ghosts. Also, I just realized you have, I don't know, they're also scouts. You have the scout person with the arrow in egg with a cheating wife. That's going to come up more later, but that's also interesting. But again, it's really good and absolutely 100% worth watching. So I hope you enjoy, and good night.
I'm challenging you to a rock, paper, scissors competition right now. And just to let you know, I never lose. Ha ha ha! So we're gonna do it right now. You and me on screen now. We're gonna go on shoot, okay? So it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot, okay? You go on shoot. And you cannot cheat. Also, let me know if you won by sharing this video so I can know how many times I've lost, but I would never lose. Okay, let's go right now. I never lose, so alright, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I won, didn't I?
That means I can get this is 7, this is 5, this is 3, 7. So quick thing, I just wanted to point this out that this I love and I find entertaining. That is all. I know it's simple. I just love this. It's just simple question. Again, one of the 4 ones that I'm going to do with this. What do you mean by this? It's that simple. I just am a bit confused in general. Sorry. Like a couple of these, which is short videos replying to some comments because I think it'll be fun. The fact that, 1, there are 7 billion people on the planet, and to make 1 trillion, you need 100,000 billion. Man. So, this is going to be a bit longer one. So, if you're confused about what I meant at the beginning, being like, oh, it was late night, that was just because it was late. I wanted to do a quick sort of video that so did a review, because I do a habit of doing 1 review at the end of each day. And because it was getting too late, I was planning to do one of the smaller ones. The same with this night, which I've got another smaller one. And was doing a review, it was just because I found it interesting looking inside and like hearing the people talk about like what they were thinking and how they were like trying to solve what's going on. And they did mention how there's the whole documentary is about like this one person who a lot of people at this point think is likely the Zodiac, but they can't confirm it because I don't know. I think the guy maybe is dead or something. I don't know. But that was the sort of 2 major points I would say are in the video. If there's anything else.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What do you want from me? Why do you know?
So the one thing I like about this is the fact that it has this sort of like really interesting look. It's looking at someone's life through the sort of medium of like, they couldn't have a physical life, so they had this thing helping other people through this game, which I think is very interesting. And like the fact that he had this much of an impact shows how amazing this person was. It's just really interesting about all of this. Again, it's just fun to learn about one person through talking to people. He was able to make connections that is so amazing and interesting. Again, that's really it. It's awesome, it's amazing, and you should 100% definitely go and watch it. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds convincing. You didn't do anything. You're welcome. I'm watching Extraordinary, which is so good. Also, did he lose his powers? Okay, that is better if I use my thing on the... I only realized this when I was editing. Someone did follow, but because there's 10, I'm assuming because I didn't say anything. I don't know if they unfollowed or something. But I know I go down by 1, and 1 person followed here. Which is right here. And now I can hear it, and that's what I want. I want to hear it. Also, it's really weird. I chose this to be red, but my shirt is red. Mr. Jack. The one thing I might do is change it, because I'm usually this side and my thing is usually red, so that might not be a good idea. Let me just try something.
Someone said type as many dots as you can while holding your breath. This is mine.
Hopefully I'm not in a place that's haunted. I'm in trouble. So the review should, I'm just going to point this out because I've been going all over the place in the wrong order technically. Go back to normal because I'm recording twice today. So there's 2 reviews technically today because of... but also, I'm not going to get... We're going to go back to having, like, later starts rather than the early starts, meaning the whole day was busy rather than half day. Besides the point, that's happening. So this is back to... Here's the last bit. Here's the order I watched, rather than a couple of the ones I just did in a couple of orders. This one, it's a bit of an old one. I watched this a bit, but I put a couple of things forward because this was simple. I don't think it's going to be less than like 5 minutes, even less. So I watched Bad Guys, and then when I watched this, and there's a Christmas one, but I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to start out during December. I'm going to watch it in December, maybe. There's some stuff I'm like, not. With Psych, there's Christmas episodes, but that's with a series, and I don't want to skip an episode of a series in case like there's like plot reasons. But the Christmas one I'm going to leave for a bit. I know that came up before this one does, but this one seemingly takes place before Bad Guys because they're still doing the heisty stuff and they're still being the bad guys. Or the other one, they've acknowledged the movie happens. So I don't mind. But I do like this. For the simple reason, for it's fun. And as a movie, I do think it's really good, sort of building up that sort of thing with the story. I just love it. It's entertaining as it slowly builds up the haunting. But, back 4, 3, 2, 1, 152. It was all fake. It was all not real and all that jazz. Of like holograms and CGI. I'm like, do you know what? Fair. That's reasonable. Like, because in this universe there wasn't any evidence of like ghosts being a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it were. But I just like the idea of it. It's like, it's not real. It's one of those like Scooby-Doo stuff and it was all just a prank because like, oh, you always prank us on Halloween and like we wanted one back. And then all of a sudden, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah, I knew it was all a prank. You can't out-prank me. I pranked you again by freaking my name. Which sounds bad, but it was like kind of funny. But I just like, again, it goes back to Bad Guys having like twist upon twists, which I find really good. Again, I do love this series, but I didn't have much to talk about, hence why I was putting this on the back burner because it's going to be like a shortish one. But again, it's really good and really fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I like this video. Why did I say that? Anyway, I hope you like this. This series, this sort of like short sort of thing, I liked. A good starting, a good ending, and overall just really fun and entertaining. So yeah, now I hope you enjoy, and good night.
Yes, I've made through that before, lad! It's for me. Oh, besides that one's time that YouTube sees this, but this is the first time that probably Twitch sees this, even though this is really early. My microphone! The microphone's head up. I'm gonna just test to see if it sounds good and not awful. Because if it sounds a bit awful, I might try and put some stuff on it. Don't help. Over there. Let me just go on to here and then go. I think the guy's dead. Sad to say. Well, not sad to say, he's a drug dealer, but I think he's dead. I think he's been murdered. Murdered.
I'm done with the joking. Sounds like someone's funny home broken. We can relate together.
only still alive because I made a promise.
Now, what do we find in this tomb? A skull! So besides Skull being involved in this, I don't know why, it's not even Halloween. Halloween was yesterday. So this is mistimed. I should have done this yesterday, but I knew this was going to be long. So, I love Lara Croft as an idea, and I know everyone sometimes call Lara Croft just basically male Indiana Jones, which I don't know which one came out, but I think Lara Croft came out. I might be wrong. Let me just fact check myself, and I might look like an idiot. Lara Croft first. I might be wrong. Most likely I'm wrong. Statistically speaking. Also, I love it. Yeah, I know that. I was asking when... Oh. Because I put the wrong thing, idiot. I put mage. Oh, then yeah, Indiana Jones came out first because it was 1996. Which I think was like in the 80s. Yeah, 81. But even if that's being said, and I was proven incorrect because I thought it was the other way around, but never mind. Because I thought like the Indiana Jones was like before that, and Lara Croft came around like the 80s or something. But I might be wrong, and I was wrong. I might be wrong again. I don't know. I mean, all that being said, though, and all that pointless 2 minutes of talking, I always like the idea of someone being like, I know he's an archaeologist, going in, being like, ooh, look, I'm interested, and learning about stuff. It's the same thing with Indiana Jones. It's basically, one guy goes, yes, let's look inside this tomb, and see what's inside. And it's mysteries, items, and like I love that idea because that idea in general I think it's fun, interesting, fascinating. But overall, one thing which I do think this is good about this in specific is one of the things it shows is slowly through what happens, slowly revealing the past, and these stones reveal this bigger mystery, which... One of the things I love about 431 is the whole mystery. I don't know how much this is spoilers, but I didn't actually see much in the trailer, so I'm just going to include it as a spoilers. Is her father dies. If it's not a spoilers, that's not the point. And you slowly have you gathering these sort of like items, like these sort of like, I think they're like stones. I know technically they're gems, but I don't know the difference besides. Once more, having a gem is a lot more, looks a lot nicer than having a stone. Besides the point. And as you slowly learn about what happens with these stones and how they're not great, it's really interesting. And because through this you're learning about her dealing with the death of sort of like a father figure and all of that stuff, and sort of like moving on past the death. It seems like there's a lot of like dealing with that alongside the antagonist having sort of a similar case. Lara Croft realized something that the antagonist doesn't, sort of like these stones should not be used, and it's like, yeah, the world will end, but I will get what I believe is right. And that is so effed up, but if someone like dies in front of you, it makes sense. It's dark, but it still has that understanding that like a lot of people get in general. Also, I just realized I accidentally put that for 30 minutes. Anyway, I do get it. It is effed up, but it is somewhat understandable. well, understandable to the point of, like, I get where you're coming from, not, please don't actually think it's a good idea to sort of, you know, do that. So, yeah. So, yeah, I 100% recommend this. It's really good. Very, very emotional. But 100% worth watching. And I 100% recommend for you to watch again. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. And good night.